Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with three S's. I'm your host here, Chantele Francis. I'm also going to be your tarot prediction queen right now. And I decided to do a little tarot prediction readings for each of the players of Big Brother Canada season 10. So I'm just going to pull one card unless multiple cards jump out for each of the players just to see how they might do in the game. We will be doing a full cast assessment and draft picks on Sunday, unless things change. But this is just going to be kind of like a fun to see how everybody's going to do this season. All right, so let's just get this ready to go. Okay, perfect. So we have Tanisha White. So she's a Scorpio. One thing that I noticed when I was looking at all the people from this cast is that there are a lot of Virgos. So Virgos are an earth sign. B, there's very little air signs. So there's one Aquarius and one Libra. And there's one fire sign, which is Sagittarius. The rest of the cast is Virgo, or it's an earth or a water sign, which is good because there'll be a sense of compatibility, but maybe not so good for the fact that they tend to lead with emotions as opposed to strategy and gameplay. So it could provide a very messy season. I'm curious about there being so many Virgos because Virgos tend to be OCD, so it probably won't be messy in the house, but the gameplay might be messy. So the Virgos might all get together, or they might not get along for the fact that sometimes Virgos can be type A and they like things their way. They're usually the boss. They usually like doing things in order, putting things in order. They're the neat freaks of the zodiac. They're OCD, like not clinically diagnosed, but like definitely are particular about where things go. If you want to see an organized sock drawer, that's going to be a Virgo. Now, Virgo men are a little bit different than Virgo women. There are how many Virgo men? 1, 2, 3 Virgo men and 4 Virgo women. So Virgo men, they tend to be really outdoorsy. They are still analytical to a certain extent, and they still sometimes can like things to be a certain way, but they're a little bit different than most people of this, like most female Virgos or other signs. So, okay, we're starting with Scorpio here. So Tanisha White, Scorpio. Scorpios, they're a water sign, and with all water signs, they tend to lead with emotions. So Scorpios in particular, at times, they would be, out of all the signs in the zodiac, and this is just their sun sign alone that I'm looking at here, I would say that they tend to not forgive if somebody maybe does them wrong. They'll come back with a vengeance, or they definitely, they'll remember everything that you ever said and they'll bring it back to you. So you never want to cross a Scorpio. So they're ruled by Pluto. Pluto is a planet of transformation. The sign Scorpio is, death and taxes, the underworld, transformation, as I mentioned. So it's a very passionate side. So people usually think that Scorpio is a fire sign because they're very passionate about things, but they're more passionate, led by an emotional drive. So whether it's anger or frustration or lust, it's very full on, is how Scorpio can be expressed. All right, so let's see what card I have here for Tanisha. Tanisha White, how are you going to do in this season of Big Brother? Oh, 2 cards here. Okay, so the first card that I have is the Hanged Man. So the Hangman in reverse. So whenever I see reverse cards, I think of blocked energy. Usually it's internal blocks, but because we're playing a game, it could be obstacles, could be other people, could be, not winning power. Like there's could be things that are getting in the way. The Hangman itself, usually upright, is from the major arcana. So it talks about life's major events and major changes. And so the fact that we're getting a major arcana card would lead me to believe that she is going to she's not going to be the first out, I don't think, but I don't think she's going to win the game with a reversed card if something's going to get in their way. So the Hangman upright is about taking a step in a new direction, getting a new perspective. But with it being reversed, it's kind of like she's stopping herself from maybe seeing the truth about a situation. And maybe she's going to get into alliance with somebody or a group of people, and it leads her astray or down the wrong path. So it seems as though she's not able to make an accurate assessment about something and taking a step in the right direction. So that's the first card. And then the second card is another reverse card. So that's more blocked energy. This is the 10 of Wands in reverse. So upright, this card is like working really, really hard, carrying all those wands. Wands are about creativity and passion, and that's reversed. So this leads me to believe that she's going to go out of the game not on her own accord. And if this is paired together, I'm feeling like maybe this is a backdoor situation. Maybe this is like she doesn't want to believe something is happening and doesn't realize how bad of a position that she's going to get in. I don't think it's a first out card, but it's definitely not a winning combination for, getting the ultimate prize of being sitting in the final two. I do not see that for her. And I don't think I don't think I see her getting to jury. Not with these cards. I think that she's going to kind of get bamboozled and it's going to be too little too late. So this is the two cards for Tanisha. So the Hangman in reverse and the 10 of Wands in reverse as well. Amazing. Next up, we have Summer Sales or Salis. Summer Salis. I'm sorry if I make a mistake with anybody's names. I have not listened to their videos yet because I'll be doing the cast assessment on Sunday. So let's see what Summer's card is. She's a Virgo. So like I said, she could be particular, could be type A, could be bossy. Virgos are never late. They're always early. If you're late, they're irritated, Oh, we have someone joining us here. Hi, Ivy. Thank you for hanging out with me while I pull some cards for these players for Big Brother Canada Season 10. Thank you. Okay, so this one kind of popped out. Okay, that's a good card. And I'll just get one more. Oh. I had a good card and then I pulled out another card. Okay, so for Summer, I got two cards, both from the major arcana. So that tells me that she's going to do decently well. Major arcana, as I said, from life's major events, major changes. And so it feels like she's going to go far. Now, if I had just seen, this card was the one that popped out. So the Justice card usually means fairness, usually means, legal contracts. If there's a wedding, someone's gonna get wedding, married, contract. It's usually a good sign to seal the deal contractually. So that would mean that maybe she gets to the end, but the Tower is like what goes up it's everything that you believed is one way is going to be upside down. If you notice, all these people are falling out of the Tower because the Tower is ultimate destruction. I'm saying two words at the same time. And after this destruction, it comes the Star. So this is like the worst possible things that could happen. So this tells me that maybe she's going to be a no vote finalist, or that when she goes out, it's going to be in a blaze of glory. But it seems that she's going to have maybe a tumultuous uh, event in the house, or maybe her final two, because this makes me think that she gets far. But this makes me think that she does not win, and it's very, very dramatic. So that's my cards for this lady for summer here. We'll see how that fares. That's okay, Brady. That was just my second one that I pulled. We still got 14 more to go. No problem. Thank you. I love Summer, especially after watching her video clip. She's very bubbly, sassy, and talks with her hands a lot. I mean, I haven't seen any of her videos yet. I'm saving that to do my research for my assessment video on Sunday. And I wanted to not be too informed when I pulled cards. I kind of wanted to go with just like their name and their sign. But I'm just like, with these two cards, it's just worrisome. This one is worrisome. The Tower is it's scary. She said she's very petty. Her example will blow your mind. Oh, I did hear her example. So if my friend told me that apparently her nemesis loves Big Brother, so she decided to get on the show in order to give them a big FU. So if she's very petty, so this might make a lot of sense, and maybe why she doesn't get the votes in the end, or why people like why she might leave the game in a big way. So I'm curious if there's going to be some sort of big blow up. Yeah, we'll see how it fares. I have absolutely no idea about what what this season's going to be like, and so it's nice to come back after and take a look and see if anything kind of reads true or not. All right, next we have Gino. He's a Cancer. So Cancer is a water sign. Water signs are usually emotional. Um, it, Cancer specifically is about the home and family. So he's probably a mama's boy. Um, what tends to happen with Cancers is if you cross them or do them wrong, they'll retreat into their shell. So their symbol is the crab, and so they'll just like kind of tuck away and retreat. And so I can see that potentially happening if he gets into some sort of altercation or something, that he kind of shuts down. So curious to see how he's going to do. I mean, it's good though. So Cancer being water and a lot of earth signs are in the house, that means that there's a really good compatibility. If you look in the world how water and earth go together, it's like it creates like not mud, but like it goes well together. If you think of water and air, that's like a hurricane. It's not really that compatible. But water and earth, which is what most of the house is, so he's going to be compatible with a lot of people. But if anybody, so maybe the fire sign or the couple of air signs, says something or does something that they doesn't like, he definitely will shut down. Both my parents are Cancers, and I'm an air sign, so Aquarius, and they find that I'm too blunt. And that's because they operate from an emotional place, and I operate from a mental place. So air signs is heady, mental thoughts, ideas, not really emotional for the most part. What if the nemesis is also on the cast? Wouldn't that be juicy? It would be juicy. Hi, Selena for life. Thank you for joining us here. Just trying out something new to see if this is fun, if it works out. All right. So Gino, what's Gino's cards? Gino the Cancer. Gino the Cancer. I believe he's from Montreal, maybe. Selena, so what kind of, did any of those qualities stand out to you? So, being loving being at home, creating a home, a family life, maybe taking things personally sometimes, getting offended, hurt, cry. All right, Gino, what's going on with your game here? Let's see. That one. Ooh, Okay, this is not bad. So for Gino, two cards are here as well. So we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, when I was learning tarot, we called him Steve Jobs because he's a king and he has ideas and he's creative and he's passionate, because wands are about creativity and passion and fire. And so the King of Wands is like a very, very strong card, just for anybody to have. So now the Eight of Wands. So this is fire and passion. So this is really good. So I think that he's going to do very well in the competitions. I know that's pretty obvious. You know, he's a young, seemingly in good shape man. So any of these competitions, he's probably going to be physically good at. But having all these wands, it makes me believe that he's going to uh, be passionate about winning things. It's like he's just going to want to win, 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 win. So with the Eight of Wands, it's upright. It's usually go for it. But in reverse, it's kind of like he needs to be hesitant. So I'm wondering if he's going to be seen as a comp beast and that he might have to tone it down in order for people not to want to target him. But I feel as though with this card, so the King of Wands, I feel like that is saying that people are going to enjoy him in the house, respect him in the house. But this card is telling me that people are going to target him because of him being really good at the game or at the competition. So I think he's going to do well, but he's going to have to be really aware of how he's being perceived by other people. I do feel he will make it to jury though with these cards. And the king makes me think that he might get to the finals, but this reverse card, it makes me hesitant. So I'll just say jury for Gino. Celine says, I think I may have some Virgo in my chart because I'm very OCD as well. Yes. So, yeah, Virgos usually have a lot, like, want things to be in order, as I mentioned before, like punctuality, like, they're good. You sometimes go with maps, like, they're just like, they like things to be orderly. But they are considered to be the most psychic sign of the zodiac, Virgos, which is interesting. People think that that's attributed to Pisces because Pisces is watery and emotional and psychic and intuitive. But the opposite of Pisces is Virgo. And so with that axis, it's kind of like they are both very spiritual, but Virgo is spiritual in the 3D world, in the material world, like on Earth, while Pisces is spiritual and intuitive, but they're all watery and emotional. So they might drink a lot and like they just do emotional things. But they're both the two most psychic signs of the zodiac. Ivy says, I have a brother who's Cancer, and that's very accurate for him. He's all about family too. Absolutely. Like my mom's like, I put down roots so you could have wings. I'm like, because she had an opportunity to go move to Rio. And I'm like, move to Rio, like, obviously. And she's like, no. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. So that she wanted to make a home. So we always had somewhere to come back to. And I'm like, transient, like air sign, like flight attendant, lived many different places. So all right, Gino. Okay, who's next? Stephanie Patterson. Oh, I didn't write down what her sign was. Whoops. Stephanie is also a Virgo. When in doubt, say Virgo. All right, Stephanie. I'm curious how all these Virgos are going to work together. On last seasons of Big Brother Canada, off the top of my head, Spicy V, Jed, and Tara were all Virgos. And Tara was very particular about, people's habits and, cleanliness of the kitchen and all that stuff. So it could bode well. Okay. Stephanie, there we go. Ooh. Okay, so Stephanie got the Three of Cups in reverse. As I've mentioned, three reverse cards are, blocks, usually internal blocks. We're talking about a game here, so it's going to be somebody getting in the way of success. Upright, this is an amazing card. I'd be like, final three for sure. So I would say that she's going to do well in the sense that she going to get to jury, I do think. I do think that maybe she'll be final four, but she doesn't get to the final three. She's blocked from getting to the final three. Um, because yeah, if it was upright, rejoice, I'd be like, this is a good card. It would be a winning card, but it's like coming up short with the fact that she's not able to celebrate the final three. So my guess prediction would be that she's going to make it to jury and maybe even she gets ousted at final four. So that's Stephanie. Let's see who's next. Got a Pisces. So we have Moose. Let's see what the cards have to say for Moose. So as I mentioned before, Pisces are emotional. They can be moody. Any water sign can be moody. So Cancers might be moody too. Scorpios might be moody too. Just because they are moved by emotions. So let's see what the cards have to say for Moose. Okay. So Moose here got the Four of Swords. So this card is about rest and relaxation. And so I feel as though he has a lot of energy. And I'm wondering if maybe he'll be nominated first, but he will stay and then realize that he needs to maybe chill a little bit. And if he chills a little bit, he can go far. I feel like he I feel like he has potential to do well with this card, but I'm worried that the excitement of the game might prevent him from doing well. So it says rest. So I do feel like he's going to stick around for a while. I feel like he could make jury with this card. I feel like he might be in hot water to begin the season, but as the season goes on, I think that people will start to enjoy him and want him to be around, and he's going to chill out a little bit, and then he might coast his way. Maybe he's going to get up to final 5, 4, 3. Like maybe he'll get up there, but I do think he's going to make jury. I think he's going to be in hot water before, like at the beginning of the season. But I think he's going to do decently well, but this isn't a winning card. Adam, hi, phenomenal one. So Adam from the challenge. Is there another Adam? Who's next? We have Molina. Oops. Sorry. Sorry. So Molina. So fun fact about Molina, I don't know her. I don't know anybody on this cast, but if you watch any of my challenge recaps, my girl Michelle actually had one of her tattoos done by Molina, and she thinks that she's super awesome and really cool and can't wait to watch her. So I will be rooting for Molina for the fact that she's kind of 1 degree of separation here from my girl Michelle. So let's see how Molina's going to do. Another Virgo here. I'm just a lot of Virgos in one room. Okay, this is a good card. So we have here the Ace of Wands. So aces are about new beginnings, wands about passion, creativity, and fire. And so if you notice that little hand that's around this wand, it's kind of like grabbing opportunity, grabbing creativity, grabbing things that you're passionate about, and kind of being gifted an opportunity. So this tells me that she would get really far in the game. It's possibility, it's new beginnings. This could be considered a winning card. If I don't see any other cards that are even better, like this would be right now the best card that I've pulled. If I saw this in a regular reading, I'd be like, oh, you have some good opportunities, things are sprouting. You put in the work and now you're achieving opportunity, and an opportunity around something that you're passionate about. So this could mean to me that if she's passionate, if she's a Big Brother super fan, that she is going to have the opportunity to do really well in this game. So it's a very positive card. And right now, this is the best card that I received. So I would say that she definitely makes the jury. And if she even does better than that, I wouldn't be surprised. It's a very good card. Very good card. Aw, thanks, Christopher. I was trying something new. Oh, okay. BB Can 7 Adam. The comment was from Gino. Oh, like blonde Adam that was with Sam? Must be. I could see Gino. I haven't seen any of their videos, so I don't know their mannerisms and how they talk, but I could see like this strapping man, like good looking guy. He seems tall. They both seem tall. So I'm into it. I'm making a HelloFresh meal that Taryn influenced you to buy. Really? Celebrating the start of BB Can 10. What was I haven't watched yet his stream with Puya. Was that the stream that you're talking about? HelloFresh meal, hilarious. I love HelloFresh. It makes things so easy. Does anyone know if has been this many Virgos on one season? I feel like this is asking for fights and drama. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be drama. And for me, that's someone that like, obviously I like the drama for entertainment purposes. I love Big Brother for the strategy of it. And so I'm worried that the drama might overshadow the strategy. And that's kind of what I felt last season, where there wasn't that many air and fire signs. I don't think there was any air signs last season. There was only fire, earth, and water. And there wasn't much strategy. Like people weren't strategizing in a way that I found to be, make me think. So I've never heard of this many Virgos, but I haven't paid attention. So definitely last season, there were 3 that I can remember. A lot of Pisces as well. There was like 2 fire, which was Kiefer and Beth. And who? So Rohan was Pisces. Tashawn was Capricorn. As I said, Tara, Jed, and Spicy V were Virgos. What was her name? The cop from Toronto. Latoya? Toya. She was a Taurus. Oh, and Tina, I think maybe she was an fire sign. She was a Leo. That's all I remember. Oh, on his Twitch stream. Oh, okay. I want to have a HelloFresh meal. Nice. HelloFresh, will you sponsor me, please? I'll put in a pitch. Oh, I can't wait to watch it. I just didn't want to be influenced on this stream. I just want to like see what happens. I need some fights and drama that aren't mean. Are you seeing entertaining fights in the card? So I will do at the end, I'll do that question. So if I don't remember, remind me, Christopher, if you're still here. And I will do like overall season, what it's going to be like. I'll pull a few cards. All right. So Molina's done. Next is Marty. Oh, I didn't write down Marty's sign. Marty is, I think he's a Capricorn. Yeah, Capricorn. How's Marty going to do in this game? I'm sorry, Marty, though. I don't know if you're going to fit in. I don't know what your personality is like, but everybody's much younger than you. And not sure how you'll fare. Ooh. Nope, I don't think that's going to work very well. So for Marty, I pulled the 5 of Wands. So if you can notice there, people are battling and fighting and have all these wands that they're using to combat each other. 5s are about conflict. So I feel as though Marty might be involved in many fights, that he may be defending himself, or I don't think he's going to be the pot stirrer, but I think that he will stand up for himself, or maybe Attack of the Virgos and they'll all come for him. I don't know. But it seems as though he's not going to get along with people, because this is all about conflict. Look at this. This is what his journey in the house is going to be. That card. It doesn't seem like it's going to be an easy path For me, this is like first boot energy, first couple weeks boot energy. Definitely not a winning card, definitely not a merge card. This is not getting along with people right away. That's my guess, but who knows? Who's next? Kyle Moore. Kyle Moore the second. I think it's a pretty funny story about how people mistook him for the Kyle Moore that was on the show last season. That was a replacement for somebody else. Is that how it went? Well, there was a Kyle Moore that was supposed to. No, yeah, Kyle was on last season. Anyway, so people, I guess, were encouraging him to apply or whatnot, and so he did, and he got on the show. So that's awesome. He seems like a nice kid, but another Virgos. There's a lot of Virgos. Oh boy, I'm going to shuffle this still. I think I just rewatched BB Can 1. Sounds like Paul, maybe. Paul. Oh, maybe the first guy. Yeah, maybe. I forgot his nickname. Poppin' Paul. Which signs tend to be more strategic? So definitely the air signs. So Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, they're all air signs. So they're going to be thinking and strategizing and using their mind to come up with plans. They're plotters, planners, thinkers. That's their wheelhouse. Then second after that would be fire signs, because all the fire signs are the opposites. So like, for instance, Aquarius's opposite is Leo. So Leo will have some energy on its opposite in Aquarius. So it's very potential that it will have some strategic chops. So for instance, Tiffany from the Cookout last season, she's of Leo, and she was very strategic because she is on that same plane, that same axis. So yes, she's a fire sign, but she does have understanding of her opposite, which is Aquarius. And so all the air and fire signs are opposites. So air first and then fire second. So the fire signs are Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Aries opposite is Libra, and Gemini's opposite is, my mind's going blank. Gemini's opposite is Sag. Yes, Poppin' Paul. I've actually saw him at Canada's Wonderland once. All right, Kyle Moore. Oh, wait, did I do your card already? No. Oh, wait, they fell. Okay. What is going to happen for Kyle Moore's game this season? Is he going to do well? Maybe. So we got the Knight of Swords here. So knights are kind of like the teenagers in the zodiac or in tarot, and swords are air signs. So ideas, thoughts, mental energy. And so it seems like he'll have maybe the big idea. So maybe he's going to be the leader of the Virgo Alliance, or he's going to have a lot of people following his lead. So this is going to tell me that he's going to do well. It's a charge forward card with ideas, and knights, people listen to knights. They're bringing information to the king, so they're respected. So I feel like he's going to have respect for people in the house. I feel like he's going to make it very far. People are going to want to work with him, side with him, maybe align with him. And so this tells me he definitely makes it to merge, and it could be considered a winning card. When I was learning tarot, we called this card the Kanye West. So there is success, but it's sometimes a little bit all over the place. So I think he could do well, but he might need to tame in some of his ideas or energy, but he will have people that are kind of loyal followers. So I think that he will be in an alliance. I think that the alliance will be successful and he will go decently far. So he could be in the final two chair. It depends on the other cards that I pull. But right now, this card and whomever I said was the Ace of Wands, those are my final 2 right now until I see some more people. So Brady, I'm on episode 3 of BB Can 2. Loving it so far. I love BB Can 2. It was a very good season. And we have Kevin Jacobs, the only Aquarius in the bunch. So let's see how the Aquarius is going to do. I mean, I'm hoping that he will team up with JC. She is a Libra, so it's an air sign. And then Helena is a Sagittarius, and that's fire. And so fire and air work really well together. And so hopefully them being really in the minority for these elements, that they could maybe chip away at everybody else. But as of right now, this kind of popped out. Oh, so this is the King of Cups in reverse. Reverse cards, blocked energy. Kings are usually the king is like the King of Cups is an emotional king, maybe emotionally manipulative, um, upright, but it's blocked. So I feel like he's not going to use any emotion in order to make his way through the game. It's still a king, even though it's in reversed. I think that he's going to get far, but he won't win. It's like he'll be dethroned or he'll be taken out. Maybe because he's not going to be using emotions. Aquariuses aren't emotional in general. Um, it's kind of like everybody else is going to be emotional and he's not, and that might bother some people that he's not considerate of their emotions. So I think he'll make it to merge, but I do not think he'll win the game. But this is it's a okay card, even though it's in reverse. But if it was upright, I would think it was an excellent card. But in reverse, I think he's going to have to learn how to deal with emotional people, and he might have to learn that lesson in the house. Sorry. Yes, the Conway West card. He's a lot of frantic energy, right? That needs to be harnessed a little bit. Kevin is going to be a robot. Exactly. Okay, so exactly. So he's going to be a robot, and people are going to want him to be emotional, and he's not going to understand how to communicate with some of these people that are going to be acting emotionally. And so I think it's going to be his downfall, the fact that he doesn't relate emotionally. And just naturally, Aquarius is not a very emotional sign. You have to do a lot of your own work to gain emotional intelligence. And if the house is full of really emotional people, I don't know if he's going to be able to handle it. And he's probably going to get taken out like right after merge. Jerry. That sounds very right. According to Puya and Taryn, he's a patron of Robin's a podcast. He wants a villain edit. Okay, well, King in reverse sounds like a villain for sure. Yeah. I mean, I like that. I'll probably draft him just because I think that he will be giving something that I want, right? Like he's going to be strategic, but I don't know if he's going to be able to handle all these emotional people. I feel so out of place. No clue what we're doing. Just watching Chantele talk about BB Can. Brady, I'm pulling cards to see what the cards have to say and my interpretation of the cards for each of the players. So we'll see how they fare. If we go back and watch this after the season's done, if there's any accuracy or whatnot. So it's just a little fun thing. Thanks for being here. We have another Virgo. We have Josh. So let's see how Josh is going to do. Josh. Okay. So Josh got the 4 of Cups upright and the Page of Wands in reverse. Hmm. So pages are usually messengers. Sorry, this backward thing on StreamYard is annoying sometimes. So pages are messengers and wands are creativity and passion. And so it seems like he's not going to get the message of creativity and passion. That's going to be blocked. So that tells me that he's probably going to lose the game. But maybe he's going to have an opportunity that he misses or that he doesn't take. So maybe he's going to look for a secret veto or something and he doesn't find it, or his game is going to be on the line and he doesn't win the veto. Like, I feel like he is not going to win the game, that he's not going to maybe listen to his gut, listen to maybe other people around him, and he's going to make a decision that usually would be a gift because he's getting some extra information, but he's blocking that message. And I think he's going to be taken out of the game. So I don't think he's winning. I wouldn't be surprised if he left a little early. So this is pre-jury to me. I don't dislike anybody. Hi Hamza. This is just the cards that I'm pulling. I don't and I'm just trying to interpret them in terms of the game, but I have no idea if anything's going to be accurate or completely off base. So it's just kind of seeing what ends up landing. It's kind of fun looking back after and being like, that was accurate, even though it made no sense at the time. And we have Jessica. Jessica's a Taurus. I believe that Kirsten McInnes is friends with them. And so I will be rooting for them as well. Jess, you are so right. I will do another video after the season to see how accurate my predictions are or were. Yes. So I will go through them and maybe I'll do a review of this and be like, that's decently accurate. And then, or because what also happens is with cards, you're kind of interpreting it with what you think that it could mean, but you can also kind of see it in different ways. So I'm just giving what my initial interpretation could be. But after seeing how the season goes, I can be like, oh, I understand more so what that card means now that I have more context. So it is interesting to see after how it lines up, because sometimes I was like, oh, that card, I think it could mean this. But then I realized I'm like, but actually it means this. Hamzar, there's one Libra on the cast. It's JC, I believe. JC is the one Libra on the cast. Oh my God. I'm Jessica and a Taurus as well. Yes, we got two Jessica Tauruses. Yay. Okay, let's see how this Jessica is going to do. Jess, when's your birthday? How's Jess going to do? Two cards again. Okay. Okay, this could be good. So Justice card is from the Major Arcana, life's major events, major changes. This card's usually about contracts, settling, like finality, like that's really good. If you're getting married, this would be a sign that the marriage is going to go through. If you have a court date, that means that you're going to win. Like, it's usually sealing something contractually. So that's a very good card for potentially winning the game. Now, I was worried when I saw that it was a reverse card, this one, because reverse cards is blocked energy. But this card in particular is usually, when it's upright, about past emotional wounds that you're leaving behind. And so I feel as though this is just like they are not going to play emotionally at all, that they're going to leave emotions at the door in order for them to potentially snag the win. So this looks good for me. I feel like they are going to play ruthlessly and they may be rewarded with the contract, with the win at the end. So this is a decent duo for Jessica. I like seeing this. May 18th. Nice. JoJo's May 12th. If you yeah, you know JoJo. My brother's May 10th. And we have Jay, another Virgo. So many Virgos. I really wonder how this is going to go. Jess, how do you feel about Virgos? And who was it? Was it Selena? That was a Cancer. How do you like Virgos, Selena? Yeah, Selena for life. How do you feel about Virgos? That's what I want to know. Anybody that's either a Virgo, do you like other Virgos, or a Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? Just they're the sign that I have the most friction with, I'd say. I usually find like relationship wise male Scorpios, I usually find them very attractive in the beginning because they're stable and they like, things being stable financially, and they're usually very fit and active. Um, yeah, I would imagine you'd get along pretty well with Virgos because water and earth go really well together. Oh, Hamza. Wait, Hamza, aren't you Gemini? Interesting. It could be because you share the same planet. So Gemini and Virgo are both ruled by Mercury. So that could be why that you get along. But some people, oh, you're Libra. That's interesting. You must have other things in your chart because not a likely duo. But I'm happy that you guys get along. I don't have any friends who are Virgos. I've never dated a Virgo either. Interesting. I'm a Sag. Virgos drive my gears. I hear you. I'm sorry if there's any Virgos listening. I have that Virgo axis in my chart, but I'm growing into it. I'm not. I'm not a good Virgo. I'm not a Virgo at all. But like the Virgo energy that I have, I'm not. I'm not there yet. Yes, Tauruses can be very stubborn. That is very true, but they usually love food and they love relationships, and their most sensual sign, their most romantic sign. They're apparently the best lovers, ruled by Venus. They love art and things that are beautiful, but definitely food and being beautiful is usually Taurus traits. See, Taurus Sun, Leo Moon. Okay, so that you probably enjoy getting attention, the applause, people enjoying being around you. And Gemini Rising. Okay, so that's good. So Gemini Rising is kind of people think that you are probably a Gemini, or like probably very chatty, very social, probably have a lot of friends. Because that's kind of the mask that you put on every day is Gemini. It's your rising sign. It's like when the sun was rising and you took a snapshot at your birth time, it was in Gemini. And so it's kind of like when you wake up and people see you for the first time, they probably think you're super social, super Gemini, like maybe talkative or whatnot. But you're also very Taurus for maybe loving things, fashion, beauty, arts, anything that Venus values would support. And Leo Moon, those Leos love being in the spotlight. So Moon is your emotional center. And so you emotionally you're satisfied when you are the center of attention or get a lot of applause or people appreciate you being around. I heard Libras don't get along with Cancers, but my best friend is a Cancer. I mean, it's just basic. So Libra is an air sign, Cancer is a water sign. And so when you put those signs together, even in the natural world, they don't necessarily work as perfectly as it could work. Obviously, any signs can work together. You have so many different planets, and everybody has a completely different makeup in their actual full chart. So it's very easy that you have other things in your birth chart that will allow you guys to be perfectly matched as friends. Um, but maybe things that annoy you, or if you've ever gotten into any fights, it's because you're not fully compatible in your ego, your sun sign. So Libras are probably a little heady. Maybe you don't you're not emotional enough sometimes for them, and maybe they want to like hang out and you don't you're busy doing something else and they get upset and hurt. It's just like the dynamic of the relationship may have some bumps that you'll have to work through just because there's some compatibility issues based on the sun sign. I've dated and tend to attract many Pisces men, and you're a Cancer. That makes sense. So you guys are probably nice and emotional together, get moody together. I'm teasing you. There are no Leos in there, huh? No Leos, Dolores. No Leos. Wow, your sun, moon, and rising are all Libra. Wow, that's a lot of Libra. That's a lot of air. So you're a Libra through and through. Um, so with that, that means that you definitely love being beautiful. You probably are very funny. You're probably love being in relationships. You probably do not like conflict. You probably like things being peaceful and balanced. Um, I love that for you though. I want to marry a Libra. I think that they're always so beautiful. I've never had my chart did any affordable recommendations. My friend Jane is really great. I think she even has a special going on right now. So if you message me on Instagram, either at shanfranfran or at reality realness with 3 S's, I can send you her way. She would do it well for you for a really cheap price. CoStar works. I have CoStar, but I do a full birth chart. Oh, wait, was I right, Selena? Getting moody together? Yeah, I can see that me and my Cancer friend did have bumps along the way. Exactly. So just like it's not always gonna be perfect and easy, but if you care about each other and love each other, you can work through anything. You just might have some obstacles. All right, Jay, how's Jay gonna do this season of Big Brother Canada 10? Not so well. Okay, so the Fool in reverse. So this is the beginning of the major arcana, the Fool's journey, the journey of the ego. And upright, it's kind of like taking a leap of faith, stepping off the cliff onto an adventure that you don't know where you're going. But when I see it in reverse, it usually means like naivety, maybe getting duped, maybe being taken advantage of. It doesn't bode well for success, especially at the beginning of the journey. So this is a kind of a first boot card. I'm sorry, Jay. I know Jojo said that he was in your group one year when he had auditioned and was excited that you have made it into the house. But this card tells me that you're not going to do very well. So maybe you're going to be the pawn and the pawn goes home. It's kind of like it's just a you're gonna get duped kind of card. The fool, yeah, naivety, duped. I wonder. It's not a great card. It's great for the fact that it's major arcana, but the fact that it's at the beginning of the journey, the beginning of it just says to me the beginning of the season, he's going to be taken advantage of or misread a situation. He's gonna get duped. Kind of like a Cynthia situation. When I think of duped now in Big Brother, I think of Cynthia and Carson, who are both water signs, just saying. Sun in Leo, Moon in Cancer, Gemini rising. So you know about Sun in Leo. You're gonna like the applause. Absolutely, you do well in a group and being the center of attention. With your Moon in Cancer, though, Cancer is at home with the Moon, or the Moon is at home in Cancer, and so it's you probably are emotionally driven by family and feeling safe in your home and your family life. And then with your Gemini rising, it's similar, I believe, to Jess, that you're probably very social. People think that have a lot of friends, you get along with a lot of people, but you really get your emotional security in your home life, and you like being on stage. So you like being the star of the show. Yes, definitely message, and I'll hook you up for sure. What's the yikes? I'm sorry. Oh, his card, or sorry, their card. Yeah, it's not a great card. Yes, I caught myself once, but if I didn't, I apologize. When I was saying he, I was talking about JoJo. But anyways, doesn't matter. I will be more thoughtful. JC, this is our Libra. Let's see how JC does. Jacey-Lynne. Ooh. Ooh. That's a good card that popped out. So before when I saw this card, it was in reverse. Upright, this is a card of celebration. Look at these three women celebrating their successes. It's a card. So cups are about intuition, it's about love, it's about relationships. So this tells me cheersing at the final three. So whether or not she gets to the final three or not, I think that she's going to do well in this game. This is a good card. Everybody that's ever received this card, since I've been doing these mini readings, have always made it very far in the game. So right now, I would predict that Jacey-Lynne would be final three, which is surprising because most of the cast is Virgo and like earth and water signs. And she's a Libra, so it's very, maybe she's just gonna slip behind, like behind the radar. Maybe she's gonna have a showmance because Libras love relationships. But at this point, this looks very good. I would say she gets to definitely jury, and I wouldn't be surprised if she got to the final three and got to rejoice like these three women. Women's Alliance. I mean, wasn't it Molina that said that she wanted a women's alliance? So, and Molina also had a good card. So maybe it's Molina, her, and I can't remember who the last person was that got the other card. I will go back to this video after and I'll put some timestamps. So maybe I'm not crazy. I like her, but people keep comparing her to Beth. Well, they usually have their prototypes that get put in. So I wouldn't be surprised. But she doesn't seem like Beth to me right now. But who knows? Who is going to snake? No one's going to snake. Oh, in the Women's Alliance? I don't think so. I think that maybe Molina and JC are going to work really well together and get to the final three. Maybe it's going to be an all-female final three. If it is, I said it here first, guys. Okay, we have Herman. So he's a Taurus. We know about Taurus a little bit. Oh, yes, this resonated with Dolores. That's awesome. So Herman. Actually, or my friend Zena. I'll give you both of them and you can decide who you'd want to get a reading from. So my friend Jane and my friend Zena. Both who are great. I've studied with Zena. Come on, Herman. Let's see what your card's going to be. Okay, I think it's this one. Ooh, no, this is not a great card. Okay, so this is the Devil upright from the Major Arcana. So it's a major card, life's major events and major changes. The Devil usually talks about materialism, which is something that Taurus kind of has to think about. They usually like things, so things that are in the material world. So a nice home, a nice car, things that are flashy, sometimes Taurus is like. And so I wouldn't be surprised if he maybe rubs people the wrong way for being materialistic. So I know like the sound of this card it sounds scary, but it really just talks about attachments and things that you're not willing to let go of. Addiction. I don't think he's addicted to anything, but it's that kind of energy of like holding on to things. And I'm feeling within this particular game that maybe he's not going to be well received, or maybe he's going to like, maybe he's somebody that's in a like perpetual relationship person. And so maybe he's going to be focusing on getting in a relationship with someone or having a showmance of some sort without focusing on the game. It's kind of a reminder of past attachments that you need to face. And so I feel like that might hold him back from winning the game. It's major arcana, so I do feel jury will be good for him, or will be something for him, but he is going to need to break the chains of some sort of attachment. So if it's how he speaks about clothes and stuff like that, maybe. If it's he's a perpetual dater or likes being in relationships or flirting or something, it could be that. Something that he does perpetually, he's going to need to face in order to do well in this game. But I do think that he'll have an opportunity to work through it. It's not a winning card, but it's a card that I feel like he'll get to the jury halfway through the game ish. I saw her as Alyssa. I didn't have to see these videos to see if there's any comparison. I'll let you guys know on Sunday what I think. All right. Who's next? Helena, our only fire sign, Sagittarius. Let's see how you're gonna do, Helena. Hopefully you'll pair up with JC and Molina and get to the final three. No, not so much. Okay, so I got the Page of Wands in reverse. I do think I had this card for somebody else as well. Pages are messengers, wands are passion and creativity. When I see a message card in reverse, I feel like she's not getting the message. So maybe she's not a fan of the game. She doesn't know how to play it. Maybe she's going to make some mistakes. Maybe she's going to not listen to the right advice. It feels as though she's not going to do super well. I mean, I keep on saying everybody's making it to jury and not everybody's going to make it to jury, but I feel like she'd make it to jury because it's a page. The page is part of the court cards. So that shows a little bit of success to me. But yeah, I feel like she's not going to get the game. And it could be because she's a Sagittarius. And so the way that she thinks that she should play the game is one way. But with everybody being a air and or earth and water, maybe she's not going to be able to understand how they're playing the game. She's going to want to do things a little bit more heady. So Sagittarius and Gemini are on the same axes. And so they're going to have similar traits within each other. So she's going to be pretty social, I would say. And people might look up to her, but I feel like she's not going to have discernment in any sort of messages about gameplay. So maybe she's just going to be losing all competitions. And not being able to get the right answer or win any power. So maybe she's going to coast all the way through to jury, but not have any power. It's interesting though. We'll see what happens with Helena. I'm going to root for her though. I definitely going to root for all the air signs and the fire signs. I'll also root for Jessica and Molina. And yeah, those are my right off the top of my head who I plan on rooting for. And we have Betty. Did we do Betty the Virgo? Are we at the beginning? No. Okay. All right, Betty. I think she's my last one. Betty. How's Betty gonna do? I saw the beginning of Taryn and Puya, and they're saying that they felt Puya, I think, was saying that he felt a spicy V vibe. From this picture, I don't find that, but I haven't seen those videos yet, so I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I turned half this deck over by accident. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. Oh, so she got this one, but it's in reverse. So she's not making it to final three. She's not going to be celebrating with those ladies. I'm wondering if this is going to mean that she's out third. Um, it's not boding well, and for whatever reason, I don't feel like it's a making it to jury kind of card, for her specifically. So my prediction for her would be out third. She's not gonna have the opportunity to rejoice in the final three. I don't know if I don't feel like she's making jury. Um, but we'll see. I could be completely wrong and she wins the game. Not necessarily not with this card, but it could be wrong. And maybe it was supposed to be upright and I picked it up wrong. Who knows? But right now I would say that she would go out third, not winning the game, not making it to jury. I'm sorry. Sorry, Betty. Sorry, Betty. I think that was the last one. Yes. Okay. Perfect. So we wanted to see how the season's going to be on a whole. Let's go. As a fellow Sag, I do not think I would win with all these Virgos either. Exactly. She's not going to get along. Virgo, it sucks. Well, no, Helena might do okay, but it's going to be a tougher road because they're just not going to vibe naturally. Like all my best friends are all Aquarius because like we get each other's humor, like we just vibe, like it's just so easy to get along. And then any of my other close friends are fire signs, and so we just like vibe and get along. The ones that I have not friction with, but we're just not always on the same page, are my friends that are say Virgos or like any other signs that's not air or fire. Like there's friction sometimes. We don't speak the same language all the time. I have to do a lot to figure out a way to communicate effectively. Okay, so for the season, let's pull a few cards and see what's going to go on for the whole season. Is it going to be messy? Is it going to be fun? Are we going to enjoy the drama? Let's do one more. Okay. Ooh, okay. So we got the King of Pentacles. Kings are always great cards to have. King of Pentacles is, we called him, what's, what's that billionaire's name? Starts with a B. Who I was supposed to be. I used to think of when I was learning the cards, was that billionaire. I forget his name right now. It'll come to me in a second. But that says success to me, right? It says maybe they're going to up the prize money. It's maybe there's going to have a lot of sponsors. Maybe there's going to have a lot of opportunities to make extra money. So with different games that might have cash prizes. So this tells me that they have an abundance of money to be giving out this season. So like I said, so maybe more prize money, maybe I know on Big Brother US last season, they up into the final 5, they got more money for making it in the game for longer. So maybe that's something that they will take on here as well. Um, More sponsors means more money. So maybe there's going to be a lot of more sponsored prizes. So I know we've had like barbecues in the past. Maybe there'll be like cars, a year's subscription to HelloFresh, stuff like that. I feel like there's going to be a lot more prizes being offered, maybe even money on behalf of different sponsors. So it's going to be a money heavy season, I would say. Okay, so I got the 2 of Wands in reverse. So that would tell me that there's probably going to be 2 sides of the house. Usually upright, this card is about looking for the future, having the world in your hand and lots of opportunity. Um, I feel like it might be a little bit of a slog. Um, Slow moving, slow paced. It could be because there's no air signs that would be moving the strategy. but it also could be maybe we get stuck in conflict. Um, yeah, it's like not a lot of opportunity for the Two of Wands in reverse. So, oh no, I'm gonna come back to that one. And then the Hangman in reverse again. So this doesn't necessarily say conflict and fights, but it seems like people are not going to know what to do. If I look at both of these cards together, these are cards of like indecisiveness and not taking action. I put this was wait. I keep on. It was like this. Okay, that's how I'd pulled them. So needing to get a new perspective, but like having the world in their hands, but letting it fall apart. So maybe it's just going to be messy, and people are just not going to know what they're doing, and they're going to make strange decisions. So yeah, to me it says messy, but I don't know if it's going to be fight heavy and drama heavy, but it's going to be messy. Like people will um make moves that are like you don't understand why they're making it. So I feel like we're not going to know the rhyme or reason for people's decision. If I put it in terms of the stock watch, like I don't think that people are going to be playing optimally. I think that people will be very confused and not be making strategically the right game decisions. So it's going to be entertaining, but it won't be a strategically sound season. Kind of like last season wasn't strategically sound. People were making just inane decisions, and nobody was playing super well, but it was an enjoyable season to watch. So I think it's going to be similar to that people are not going to decide to win the game, and like and carve out their path. I think it's just going to be a little bit more go with the flow and see what happens week to week. That's my guess. No, it's not Bill Gates. Do I know when jury starts if he can? Oh, it's going to be the same, right? Probably after 7 evictees. Not Bill Gates, not no, nope. Nope. What's his name? He he's very frugal. But oh my god, this is gonna drive me crazy. Richest man in the world. Who is it? Is it not gonna tell me his name? Is he not one of the richest people in the world? I thought he was. He like totally does not spend any money. I almost remembered and then it disappeared from my brain. I mean, I think it starts with a B. Okay, hold on. Oh, sorry, Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is who I was talking about. Sorry, the last name is a B. I misled you guys. Warren Buffett is how we think of with the King of Pentacles. So, like I said, I do think it's going to be a lot of prizes and prize money, maybe an increase in prize money. I think that there's it's going to be a kind of a week to week game. I don't know if there's going to be certain sides or anything like that, or like alliances running it. I just don't think there's going to be two sides, and I don't think there's going to be a big alliance running things. I don't think. I mean, maybe there could be. Maybe this means it's two sides. If it's two sides, it's fun. We'll see. We'll see, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be, like, big fights in that way, but maybe people getting upset by getting nominated and stuff. Like, was it Kevin that's gonna get, in fights maybe? Yeah. Ugh. That makes sense comparing the game show theme. Oh my god! I didn't even think about that! Yes, phenomenal. Absolutely. So, there you go. That's fun. Do you think that they'll incorporate BB Bucks or something similar in this season, considering the theme is apparently game show? I wouldn't be surprised. So that would also fall in line with like having lots of money stuff. So maybe there will be BB bucks, maybe there'll be opportunity to buy vetoes and stuff like that. What's behind door number 1? Oh, you get some money so you can buy vetoes. So I wouldn't be surprised. No, not Jeff Bezos, but he's rich. He's very rich. No, it was Warren Buffett. That's who I was thinking of, but he's probably way too old for any of you guys to know who that is. But when I was learning tarot, King of Pentacles was Warren Buffett. So that's it for my original assessment, tarot prediction wise for this season of BB Can 10. Maybe I'll consider going through it again and do each individual like 1-minute readings for them and see how that goes. Or I might just cut them from this and post them on their own. But thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. I thought that was fun for me. It'll be really fun to take a look at the end of the season to see how it goes. And I think I'll take a look back at this video like tomorrow or something and just put what I think my order is, like my boot list, what I think it would be according to the cards that I pull, just to see. I trust Arisa will make a good decision or make a good season. She's the only host I trust. Yay! I have actually known Arisa most of my life. We went to the same school. I was a year younger than her. So you go from ages 9 through high school. So when I got to the school for grade 4, she was in grade 5. And there's obviously not a lot of people of color at the school. So like I definitely knew who she was. And the school is small. It's a small art school. So I've known her for a long time. I'm still been trying to go to my mom's house and find the yearbooks. I do think that I have a poem from like grade 6, I think. She would have been in grade 7. And there's a picture of her next to my poem. I feel like there's a page in the yearbook one year with that. So we'll see. We'll see. The Survivor 42 press legit gave everything away, in my opinion. I do not suggest looking at them. Give everything away as to who's going to win. Oh, I'm definitely going to do this again for the Survivor cast. I'll probably do that next week sometime. Since I have a little bit more time to do Survivor. So if you guys liked that, let me know. Definitely like this video if you enjoyed just, chatting about signs, tarot, and these players that we don't know yet at all. I'm going to be so excited when people be like, this was so wrong and this was so accurate. So it's fun to hear the people watching the show coming back and watching these videos and calling me out or giving me praise. It practically gave away a boot and the outcome of the challenge. Really? Oh, okay. I'll be wary of what I look at. Thank you, Brady. Appreciate. Yay, Jess. Thanks for being here. It's super fun. So yeah, next week I'll do Survivor. Yeah, and any season that I do, I try to do it. But when I was doing them one at a time to do the short ones, it took a long time. But I'd rather just do this for an hour and 20 minutes. It's a lot more fun for me. So I will do it for all the shows that I cover. Thanks, Jess. Thank you, everybody in the chat here for hanging out and discussing signs. I know some people don't believe in them, so I do love having the conversation. I think it's very fun just to have a look and a new perspective of what could be with signs and with the cards. So thanks for allowing me to have a little bit of fun. Thank you so much, Selena. Make sure you message me and I'll give you a couple of people that you can message to get an amazing reading with. Oh, you're welcome. I mean, I want to respond to all the comments because, we're doing this together. So you're my co-host today. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Reality Realness with 3 S's, building a community of people that we love chatting with and talking about all these reality TV shows. All right, I'm gonna go jump on Nerdtainment's. I think they're doing the Amazing Race recap right now. So if you guys want to follow me over there, I'm going to just hang out in the chat with David and Sarah and hear what their thoughts are about yesterday's episode. All right, guys, bye.